Coast time. Now, how many of our apples have already been ordered, John? 800 sets of Mrs. Prindables apples have already been ordered. You're getting 8 in this assortment. 4 of them are going to be the peppermint bark and, 4 each of a peppermint bark, and then butterscotch triple chocolate with holiday sprinkles.
Yes.
That's what the other 4 are. Lori Shore is our representative for now 12 years, is that right?
Over 12 years.
Over almost 13.
You know what? I don't lie about my actual age, but I might start lying about how long I've been here. Just saying. I might say over a dozen years for a long time.
Hey, these apples are lovely, and so many people are looking for the perfect choice. So I'm going to tell everyone we're delivering either the week of November the 18th or December the 9th. Miss Lori Shore, can you let us know how long these will last so we can make a good decision about what to order?
Love that idea. They'll stay fresh in the fridge up to 3 weeks, so that November ship date will arrive in time for Thanksgiving. What a great way to kick off the holidays. Stay fresh in your fridge through that first half of December, and that December ship date you'll want to pick because it'll stay fresh all the way through the holidays.
Let me be clear in case I misspoke, because you know me, I'm old. 11/18 is the first ship week.
Yes, you got it.
So that will arrive in time for
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So if you want these for Thanksgiving,
fine. And those early gift opportunities, those fun holiday movies while you're putting up decorating the tree.
Right.
Yep.
Or 12/9 we have available, and will that stay fresh through Christmas?
All the way through the holidays. You got you covered then.
Now, best to store these in the fridge?
Best to store these in the fridge.
And they come individually bagged?
Individually wrapped, yeah. And we took them out of the wrapping here so you could see what you're getting. And I'm just so thrilled about these flavors. Keep in mind as you look at this, I often don't remind folks, what continues offer after offer is that orchard fresh, crunchy, delicious apple and that homemade caramel. But in this case, the flavor toppings on that, this is the peppermint bark. Dark chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, and those are pieces of candy canes, peppermint candy canes, with the caramel oozing through and that orchard fresh apple. Down below that are the other 4 that you get. You get all 8, remember, both flavors, and this is so fun. I think I'm going to start by cutting this one for you, David, because this is triple chocolate. That's our most popular flavor. It's a flavor I know that you like, David. But look at those lighter caramel colored chips. That's actually butterscotch chips.
Yum.
Brings in a warmth and an extra buttery flavor that is divine.
Well, I will be glad to try that, and I'm going to invite Rachel over too, because I think she's ready to eat too.
Rachel, I've got an apple here ready for you to take with you.
Now,
this is
before we sample any, we need to update you.
Butterscotch,
If you want November 18th, fewer than 2,000, and if you want December 9th, 6,000, but that by far is more popular.
Well, listen, when you get these, which I'm so excited about with either of those dates, it's about unexpected gifts, true, but more than that, it's about unexpected opportunities, because this is what you get to pull out when all of a sudden, you know, the game is rained out and your work obligation is canceled and everyone is at home, and then this is what you get to cut around the kitchen counter and enjoy.
I have the same as you, the butterscotch.
Good. I'll get ready with the other one too.
Triple chocolate with butterscotch.
Triple chocolate with butterscotch.
You cannot go wrong with fruit and chocolate.
Can't you?
You cannot.
So good.
And then you add in all of the other toppings. Over on the chat, I can't remember who it was. I'll have to go back and double check. Someone said their family now expects Mrs. Prindables at the holidays every single year.
You know it, and it's a wonderful expectation.
Look how many, look how much topping is on this.
Isn't that perfect?
Now, I use a fancy culinary term, not to intimidate you, but they glob on the toppings.
They glob on the
toppings. Them on.
Yeah.
They dip the apple first in caramel, made in small batches in copper kettles.
You got it.
And that acts as the glue, and then they glob on the toppings. That shows you how thick the topping is.
In fact, the last step is when we hand apply. We hand glob on the toppings, if you will, to get that thick coverage. But this is about really, well, when we pioneered the gourmet caramel apple, we took that caramel apple that you may have tried for the first time at a county fair, for example. And you love it. Many times we love it because we love the memories associated with it. But this takes that idea and transforms it to a whole nother level when we start with those apples that are picked especially for Mrs. Prindables. In fact, our orchards in the U.S. allot certain acreages for our apples and our trees, and then they're picked at the right time. You're reserving your apples. They'll be sent at the right time straight to our Mrs. Prindables kitchen right before they ship to you. That gooey, yummy caramel is made daily in copper pots. These are dunked and globbed, and out the door they go to you or a person that you want us to send them to.
Now, it's important to know that since we're taking orders for November and December,
Yes.
your apples haven't even been dipped yet.
They haven't been picked yet.
Picked yet.
To be clarified.
wow.
Can you believe it?
To let you know, these apples that you're ordering today have not even been picked yet.
Isn't
They're
that-
that fresh.
That's amazing.
And you know, the real heart and the soul, if you were to ask people what they love most about Mrs. Prindables caramel apples, chances are they're going to say the apple. You know, we focus on the incredible flavors and the globbing. You see 2 apples cut here. You can see how much they produce. But really it starts with that crunchy, picked at the perfect time, shipped right away apples, tangy sweet flavor, juicy consistency. That is really the heart and soul of
Well,
this item.
it's like anything else. If the apple is not good,
yeah.
then the rest of it's not good,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter how good the toppings are if the apple is not fresh.
Yes.
Because the apple needs to be crisp and delicious and a little bit chilled and perfect.
so good.
And then all the toppings are just icing on the sundae.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. And
Well,
let me
and the difference also is when you think about the fair caramel that you get,
Oh,
it's so much
yes.
different. I mean,
So
this
much
is
difference.
premium. I'm going to try this one.
Please try this. This is the peppermint bark one. I had to cut this up because like the other one, it looks Christmassy right off the bat.
Yes.
You know, you see those peppermint candies that are crushed like Candy King candies, but then you've got that dark and white chocolate chips, and plus the caramel. Tell me what you think about that combination.
The mint. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that bright
Now,
and fun?
Rachel is a
Sucker
big
for
fan
mint.
of mint. She
Mint
likes
and marshmallow. We've
mint
had it
and
all this
marshmallow.
show. I'm
yeah,
so happy.
I know, right? And it's important to know 2,000 of these are gone now.
Thank you
Many
so
people are
much.
looking at this and they're saying, yeah, if my apples haven't been picked yet, I'm going to order. Because what I'm doing today is reserving. Now, do we get these little self-adhesive tags also?
Yeah, you get the adhesive tags as well. So I've got a bag that's labeled for you and for Rachel. This is what it looks like when you go ahead and label that bag and that gift that you
That
get.
one's yours, Rach.
Yeah, this
Oh,
of
thank
course.
you.
So
I
it arrives
appreciate
to
it.
the door
And
just
if you
like
want
that.
to take
ready
mine,
to go.
please, and give it to whomever, or save it for yourself.
Perfect.
Both
Thank you so
allowed.
much. I appreciate
you get
it.
8 of these, you can save a lot for yourself.
Yes, please.
Now, I have a next door neighbor, Beth and Rob, who take in lots of packages for me, do lots of special things. And so, as a thank you, sent them a box of Mrs. Prindables once. 2 days later, she texted me and she said, David, first of all, thank you for the apples. She said, but the most unexpected thing happened. She said, after dinner, my kids said, can we have one of those apples? And I said, sure. So I began to cut it up. And she said, all the phones and all the video game consoles went over on the counter.
Yeah.
And they all circled around the table.
That's it.
And they actually talked to each other. And she saw more than just the tops of their heads.
Who would have thunk?
And she texted me and she said, I have to thank you for the apples, but I have to thank you for the gift.
And you know what? That's really the point. I mean, the food in itself has got to be good enough to draw the family together, but it's all leading up to that magical moment when we're together with the people that we care about, enjoying good food and reacquainting ourselves in so many ways. That's what these are all about. And the thing that I love about this kind of purchase this early in the game is you don't have to know exactly how you're going to enjoy these, who you're going to give them to, because they're just so versatile.
Everybody loves them.
Everybody loves them.
You can't go wrong.
And this can be for men, this can be for women, kids, this is for adults. This is to give as individual gifts, as 8 individual gifts. This is to serve. We cut up 2 apples right here, and this can be at your dessert table for a party. This is favors, this is place markers. And what I like is those unexpected opportunities that you described from your neighbors where you get a chance to really celebrate the holidays the right way, and that's sitting down and relaxing and enjoying the
Well, I
people
ran
you
into
love.
her the next day and she said,
Tell me.
The funny thing was,
Yeah.
I asked for the apples again.
Yes.
For
Did
the
she have
second
enough?
day.
Did she have
Oh,
enough?
yeah, I sent her
Good.
like 12.
Oh, good, good, good.
And so,
Like,
and they
we're
were the
good
big
now.
ones. So,
Good, good, good.
this is a really important because now she was like, now they ask for it.
I love that.
And I don't have to worry about competing with cell phones or video games because they actually sit around the table and we talk to each other as a family.
I love that. That's
And
so
I remember when
special.
she had her children. I mean, I've lived in the same house for a long time, lived beside she and her husband a long time. And so I remember when 2 of their kids were born. Yeah, they've got 4 total.
That is so cool.
This is real, and the 2 oldest were just wee small when I first moved in.
Oh, I love hearing that. You've seen that family grow, and I just love
They
hearing.
are lovely people, and I'm blessed to have them as neighbors.
You speak to about the joy of gifting something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that has really happened to me a lot when I give Mrs. Prindables confections, and that is hearing the stories that go along with it. I've heard some stories from teachers that I love, describing being in the teacher's lounge and enjoying it and take a break and have some me time. So many different stories that go along with these
And
gifts.
after the apples, I needed to send her another gift because she's always doing nice things for me.
Yes.
And so then I sent your pretzel rods.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
So I sent lots of Mrs. Prindables over to them, and they were so excited because it was always something they could enjoy as a family. This
so cool.
is ideal. Don't miss out on your opportunity, and over 3,000 are now gone. Now we have November 18th and December 9th. If you want
Yes.
November 18th, I have 1,400 sets of apples left.
Okay.
If you want December 9th, I have 4,600, but that's very popular. Many people are looking to serve these for the holidays. And again, let's talk about how long they last and the best way to store them.
Exactly. So they'll stay fresh in the fridge up to 3 weeks. You'll put them in the fridge right when you get them out of the box when they arrive at your house. Take them out of the fridge an hour or so before you plan to eat them because you want the toppings, especially that caramel, to be room temperature and fresh. But when it comes to those dates, both the November one and the December one, they really kind of cover 2 different areas. So if your budget allows it, you could choose to do both. But that first ship date, it gets there in time for Thanksgiving. This is when you're decorating the tree. This is when you want to get out the gifts before everything gets crazy later on. Maybe you can give the teachers their first holiday gifts of the season. This is when you're watching those fun holiday movies and you're really just getting into the spirit of it all. Then that December ship week is the one you want to choose if you want these to stay fresh all the way through the holidays. So this would be a great bill to ship to for people that you can't be with on Christmas Day or during that time of year, and then they can enjoy this incredible treat for you.
That's why something like this is so very, very special and so very popular. Please don't miss out on your set of apples. You get 8 of them. And I believe these are these the individual size?
Individual size, but can you
Individual
believe
size.
how much they serve, even that
Huge.
individual size? Let me pop over here too, just to show the versatility. We talked about them being individual gifts, and that's key. 8 individual gifts, and that's primarily how people enjoy these. But you can always group several together. If you want to give this to a large family or for an office, if you want to include it with a bottle of wine or some other gift, this is where we talk about feeling confident ordering so far in advance when it comes to the holidays,
Sure.
because you know it can adapt and accommodate those ever-changing,
I always say this.
unexpected times.
Bring a basket of these apples into your emergency room because
I
probably the
love
last
that.
time you were there,
Yep.
you were very, very focused on whatever reason took you there, right?
I love that idea.
So wouldn't it be nice to go into an emergency room when there is no emergency?
Yeah.
And you want to thank all those first responders and say, I brought a little sweet treat for the holidays for everybody. And leave a basket on the desk and say, please share this with everybody who takes such good care of my family and I and our community every single day.
What a special idea. I
And
love
they
that.
will be very grateful. I can tell you we have this deal only until 3:59. So at the end of this show, we have about 35 minutes. 34 minutes left at this price. Please grab yours now while you can. Lori Shore, thank you, my
I
friend.
love being with you guys.
Always a pleasure to have you
My
back.
pleasure.
I am so excited about this next item. This is kind of like Leonetti. I was watching it.